Hey y'all, we're fixing to make some tequila. Now there's rules to making tequila. I'm not supposed to call it tequila, but I'm gonna call it tequila any fucking ways. The rules are you gotta be in some area down there. If it's made outside, you gotta call it, I think, mezcal or something. I don't really know. I don't abide by rules too well. You guys know that. There's two key things other than that to make tequila. Blue agave. A lot of people have been making tequila, but they don't realize this because maybe they don't know. It's yeast. This is a specific yeast made over the years that they make tequila with. And you want to keep the temperature of your mash pretty warm. But it's July, so it's warm as shit here. Sometimes it's too warm. It's been up in the 90s, so my mash should be all right. You know what I mean? This is blue yeast, made by Safe Tech, and I'll put a link in the description. This is the best place I found to buy it. I got more than enough. I always buy extra yeast just in case I really enjoy it. I'm gonna do it again. This is all blue agave, but I bought this one like a year ago. It's been sitting. You can see it's gotten darker, which tells me that maybe it's like honey, you know, because honey does that same thing. I bought this one like a year ago and was gonna do a little batch. Never got around to it. Here recently I was thinking, why not do a 20-gallon mash? So I bought two more. And each one of these jugs is like 40 bucks. So $120 in there. I don't remember how much I paid for this. It's been in my refrigerator for a while. I got a little fridge down here I keep yeast in. I got yeast from all over the world. Hell, I even got yeast I've had alive for years. I got PhilBilly's own. I got my own kind of yeast going over here in a bucket. I've had it alive for a couple years now. I feed it a little sugar every once in a while. I call it my Dunder bucket. I'm gonna make a badass rum with it eventually. But yeah, let's venture into tequila. Let's make some. I don't know. I've read online about the what is it? The glycemic index. Is that what they call it? Maybe I'm just making shit up in my head. Glycemic compared to sugar. I think this is similar, but not as much. So I don't know if I have enough. I know each one of these is about 13 pounds. That's 30. Hopefully, I have enough to get 1.080 with 20 gallons of water. If I don't, and I don't want to add no sugar to it, but if I have to, I will. Because I'm not ordering another one, or maybe I'll order another one. I don't know yet. Let's do this shit though. So here's the next step. Put all your agave with 5 gallons of water. There's 5 gallons of water in here already. Smells like a cactus's asshole, huh? You ever wondered what a cactus's asshole smelled like? Ooh, it tastes good. That tastes good. It's not as good as honey, but it's pretty good. The name of the company that makes this is called Blue Green Organics. So I'm guessing they make some green agave too. If that's a fucking thing, I think it is. I hope this is enough to make a 20-gallon batch. fire. Keep it stirred till she starts boiling, and shut her down. I'll show you. Once it cools down, add it to 15 more gallons of water. 5 gallons of water, your agave, 15 gallons of water. We're going to move it from there into there. Alright. It's not quite, it's about 1.050 with all that. So I'm going to add some more. I went to the store and got some more. I'm going to stir this in. I'm going to add my yeast and we'll see what happens. I'm going to get it to 1.080. Alright, I took a gravity reading. It was about 1050. I wanted it at 1.080. So I had to go back and add 15 more pounds. I went and got this at the store instead of ordering in big jugs. These are about 3 pounds a piece. I added 5 more of these. Let's take a gravity reading, see where it's at. Lots of agave. It's expensive to make tequila. It's about 1.07. Still after 15 pounds? Damn, son. Well, that's where I'm gonna rock it, I guess. I'm gonna add my yeast. I'll show you that. But this shit does smell like burnt toasted marshmallows while you're cooking it. It tastes good. Let's add the yeast. Put just a little bit of yeast nutrient in it. Help that yeast out. Let's see what temp this is. Just sitting here. It's at 82 degrees. I think I'm going to try and keep it about 90. I'll have to go read up about it. But 82 degrees ain't bad. It's July right now. But I'm going to put this in there so I can regulate an exact temperature just in case I decide to run the air conditioner out here. So I'm going to shove this all the way to the bottom. When you use these, you want to put them all the way at the bottom of your tank. Especially if your bin's sitting on the floor. Now we wait until it's done. Alright, about to move my mash into my pot. A beautiful, beautiful pot. That's good. Just flip my electric on. I got my element over here on the side. Now I'm gonna fill my worm up. I'm gonna get me some ice rolling. I'm gonna run ice this time, so I can test out this new ice maker I got from Vever. Boom! Free ice forever. This still is absolutely beautiful. Copper Stilco. I'm on my sixth jar. I ran 2 jars of heads, so it's really my 8th jar. But I'm gonna run about 3 gallons and then proof it. See where we're at. I did fill that pot up with about 25 gallons because I made a lot. I made a big old mash. If you're wondering what that black handle is, when I fill my pot, as a security precaution, I give it a little boost with a 3-ton jack, just in case. I want to protect that thing every which way I can. This table I made, I'm sure it's good enough, but you know, you got about 500 pounds up there, and I would hate for that thing to come crashing down. I didn't use the water chiller for this run. Used ice that I made on my ice made with this ice machine. So day or two before you're going to run, you want to bag it up, put it in another freezer, and then while you're running, just keep putting some in your worm. I use that trash bin. Got a pump running to that. I just got recycling to and from the worm. But it works good. So I mean, if you didn't want to pay $600 to buy you a $300 ice machine, that works too. I got 3 gallons out of that run. Took a whole half gallon of heads off of it. Blue yeast. It's not like Daity. It's a little bit different. So it started out at 135 instead of, you know, like 160. What you normally would get with like a Daity or a Angel yeast. But you know, 135 down to about 190 or down to 90. Half gallon of heads. You just, when you're running heads, man, it ain't about the volume all the time. Sometimes, you know, it's about how it smells and how it tastes. And you know, when it stops smelling like paint thinner, it's usually a good sign that you're out of the heads. Now there are amounts, you know, that keep you in the safe spot, you know what I mean? That's another video. So when you're doing anything that's sugar based, and this is kind of like, I know it's a lot of people out there are going to say this is a sugar shine. No, to me it's not. That's blue agave, but it's similar. Here it goes. Smells like tequila. Tastes like tequila. But the key is that blue yeast. If you make this without that blue yeast, you're just making a moonshine. In my eyes. That yeast changes the flavor, the taste, and that, dude, that's top shelf right there. Straight up. I'm going to blend all this. I'll probably cut the first and last, but I'll blend everything in between. And I'll proof it down. And I'm going to split it up. I'm going to take half of it and bottle it. And I'm going to put got these little scorpions. Got these little scorpions here. I'm going to put one in each bottle. We'll call it PhilBilly's Scorpion Moonshine. Or Scorpion Tequila. And I ate one of these on live not too long ago. Stinger. Here's the abdomen. Good. Salty. Nutty. But I'm going to put one in the bottom of each bottle. I'm not going to put it in mason jars if I don't have to. Wonder if I can get one to fit in here. Oh yeah. Look at that. Yeah, that's gonna look good, dude. It's gonna be badass. I got stickers. I'll show you. I'll finish it up. We'll bottle some of the silver. I'm gonna age some of it and make gold. You're not going to see that right now, but I'll either take pictures or make a little video on the gold when it's done. It's going to have to age for a while. You guys know the deal. Check this out. Alright, so I got it proofed down to 95, but I'm having trouble out of my scorpion. He's floating on top. I want him to sink to the bottom. If you don't sink the bottom, then I'm going to have to not use these scorpions and find some different scorpions. Sink the bottom, dude. I don't know. I guess I'll come back to you. I'm going to put a label on this. I'll show you what the labels look like. But if I can't find the scorpions to sink to the bottom, then the labels are pointless. I'll show you. Here's the labels I had made. PhilBilly's Frito Bandito Tequila. See the little scorpion over on the right? Let's see if we can't get it. I don't know. I'll put a picture as a thumbnail in the video. Hopefully the scorpion sinks. I'll let you guys know if it does. It should sink after it gets good and, you know what I mean? But it's cool, right? Fuck your mama, bitch!